This is a painting of my cat, Ellie. In October 2021, my husband and I went to the shelter to adopt one cat to keep our cat Ralphie company when we went on road trips. We had no idea we'd be smitten with Emma. She wouldn't leave us alone at the shelter. Then we found out her two sisters were also there. We couldn't bear to separate them. We went from 1 to 4 cats in the span of 2 hours. Even though the shelter had named them, we actually liked their names, Emma, Elsa, and Ellie. Emma and Elsa looked more alike than Ellie. But Ellie, she was in a class all by herself. She has beautiful, distinct markings, a little unusual looking, but she quickly earned the name Queenie because she had a regalness to her. Over time, we began to realize that Ellie's probably actually an old soul. She often spends her days napping, unfazed by the goings-on around her. In fact, her favorite way to sleep is belly up. Of all the cats that I've ever had in my life, so far, it's been around 9 of them, I've never met one who was so comfortable sleeping in a position that most cats would consider very vulnerable. Ellie doesn't care. It's as if she surrenders to whatever life brings. There's so many lessons in that, y'all. So many. One day, I found Ellie sleeping on the couch. She was so zenned out that I thought, not only should I try to capture a picture of her, but I kept thinking about all the potential past lives that she'd had to allow her to be so calm all the time. The picture itself isn't that great. I had no choice but to capture her in that moment, lest she jump off the couch and go lounge in the sun and pretend to be camera shy. The first thing that makes me just giggle about whenever Ellie is belly up, though, is that her front fangs always show. I knew I'd be making a painting of her lying belly up with those fangs. When I created the painting, I debated on whether to include all the busyness in the background where Ellie was laying. I actually tried to incorporate the pillows into the background at one point, but I immediately didn't like it. My instincts told me just to focus on Ellie herself and make the background plain. Interestingly enough, I also learned that I would probably do that quite often. Nix the background in order to keep the focus on the subject of the paintings that I do. I decided to name this painting Life is Good because I can tell with this particular cat, life is good. She doesn't spook easily, she's calm, relaxed, goes with the flow. I have no idea where she was born or what the circumstances were, but I do know that she spent a couple months in the shelter before my husband and I adopted her and her 2 sisters. Her 2 sisters ended up with FIP, but Ellie's a little different than her sisters. She's bigger, her immune system is stronger, and my fingers are crossed that it will always stay that way. Life is good for Ellie. This painting is 16 by 20. It's 5/8 of an inch thick, and I completed it in May of 2022. The price is $540 and includes shipping and tax. With the sale of this painting, I will donate 30% of the proceeds to the Emergency FIP Fund. If you don't feel like buying a painting just now, but you like the image, you can buy posters, puzzles, mugs, notebooks, clocks, and so much more on artfunky.com. During the summer months of 2022, I'm otherwise donating 30% of the proceeds from the sales on my website or on the partner merch websites to the Emergency FIP Fund. That way I can help other cat parents save their beloved pets. Thank you for watching.